How's it going, guys? It's Mr. Lone Wolf, and today I'm going to show you this new map they've updated it with called Rift. It's in the Russian region, and the only way you can get to it so far, at least anyway, is from Quarry. So I'll just show you a quick look at Quarry, but basically, obviously there's the Quarry in the middle, and it's just above that. I click on the mission, you can see where that yellow box is, that's like the entrance to it. So yeah, I'll get going there pretty much. The only reason, this is just before you get to the entrance. I only left this in because this little bit here is pretty narrow, so I know you're probably not going to attempt this in a P16, but like the Dan, for example, might be a touch wide there as well. It can get a bit iffy. Normally I'd cut this loading screen out, but obviously as it's a new map, I just thought I'd leave it in for a minute. I think that's like a Zix thing or whatever you call it. Whatever trailer it's towing, it sort of looks like a maintenance trailer, but not yellow. But yeah, first impressions, by the way, the map. I really like it. I think this is a pretty good map. I just pulled forward a bit. The trailer was twitching, but I've not had any glitches or anything. It just, I didn't want to push my luck. So yeah, there's a quick first look at the map. Obviously, I won't leave it too long because it's pretty well covered up. It's a fairly small map, but I actually think it suits it. Like, it's about the same size as some of the others, but yeah, it's a very rough map. Like, you wouldn't want to come here if you've not been playing this game that long and you've got early game trucks, really, because it's definitely no joke of a map. It reminds me a little bit like here, where it's digging in the mud. You know, what's it called, Island Lake, where like you get the twin steer. They sort of set the twin steer up for failure, really, by putting it where they did in Island Lake, because it gets stuck where it is because the ground's boggier than you'd think, and then me included were just like, oh, this is not very good, and then I stuck it in the garage. It's not all like that boggy though, as you can see. There's plenty of places where you can build some nice speed up. I brought a red ramped trailer with me, but in the end I ended up dumping it here, but I brought one along just in case. I don't think there is a trailer store here, so it's not a bad idea. So yeah, this first bit is a fuel station, which is pretty handy. So it's like, why tree? Why do we have to go through this every time? I don't even like, this is not because I'm making footage either, I just can't help it if a tree blocks me. I've got to kill it, eat that bitch. Some of them apples. So I just went around this way to get that trailer. And if you want to read that, pause it, because I'm not going to stay on all the missions for long, but essentially, as I said in one of my tip videos, just grab all the missions as you're going round, because it saves having to return to that spot to activate the mission if and when you next feel like it. See, places like this, there's loads of sort of little gouges out the land and all sorts, like, and as we're coming along here, as you'll see, I was gonna just go straight ahead, but basically, because I selected that Pathfinder mission, which is just like a way to get you to head to this map, really, I was going to start heading to like the mission objective, but then I seen this watchtower like up here to the left, so I just thought I'll go and get that sorted quickly. They seem to have adjusted the engine sounds a bit as well, which I like. The twin steer's got a nice turbo whoosh. See, the road just ends. That's one thing I do like about this game, though. They don't really hold your hand in it, and there is lots of things that are almost like to set you up if you're not paying attention. Like that was a road, and then it just ends with like a little mini cliff. It's sort of like in real life when people just listen to their sat-nav and then they end up in the middle of a lake or something. It's like, yeah, just because it's a road on this game, it doesn't necessarily mean it's the best way or that it's safe, so to speak. So yeah, I just like that, really. I like that it doesn't hold your hand. It kind of throws you in, and you've got the tools you've got, and you've got to do what you can, really. So we'll start heading up to this first watchtower. It's like an old mining thing. Well informed, as you can tell. A thing. It's a very good descriptive word. It's like when you hit something to fix it. That's not hitting it to fix it. It's called percussive maintenance. See, like there, that's not. I'm not breaking my suspension. I'm hitting it to fix it. Makes it better. I did honestly have a TV years ago, and it started fucking around once, and I smacked it like on the top, and it worked for years after that. I kept noticing as well, I don't know if it's like on this game, but when I came out of the map, I'd have like a blue dot under me. Not that it mattered at all, but I don't know if it was just me being a bit eager on the buttons, or if it was just like some random thing with this map that it was just putting a dot on. But anyway, this is the first watchtower, and as you can see, like, it's a very forested place, but I don't know, it feels nice, like it's all nice and bright and vibrant, and it just feels like a good map. It's definitely challenging, but it doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't feel barren, it doesn't feel boring or bland, it's just nice. So all I've done, like I say, I've cut bits of footage out where I'm like stopping and turning around and looking at the map, otherwise this would just be like a really long video where you're going to spend 20 minutes seeing me, yeah, looking at maps and drawing dots and all that. But that's where we got so far, so that's like the first watchtower. And then I was looking around, I was like, hang on a minute, about now, I thought that's a TUZ. And yeah, so I thought, alright, we're going to head that way then, I'll go and check that out quickly. Drew a very quick crude line. Well, not crude as in rude, just rough. And actually, I'm surprised I've not drawn a map dick yet with the dots. I'm not even angry, I'm just disappointed now, I've realised that. I've let myself down and everybody. I'll be sure to fix that at some point. But yeah, see little things like this, like there's a TUZ in the water, but you see it's like there's a rock bridge there almost and the water going under it. It's just little things like, again, that they add to these maps that they don't need to, but it's cool that they did. Look, there's like a little channel where the river goes through, but you could probably squeeze a scout through there, which I'm sure I'll try. And I assume underneath me is like hollow, and you could probably drive through like a little tunnel in a scout. So there's another mission, pause it if you want to have a look. To be honest, half of these I didn't even read myself. Should up fuel tanks because of maintenance. So anyway, this mission, the good thing is, and I have to say, it's pretty cool of them. As you can see with the reward, you get this TUZ, which is pretty cool because I've already got a TUZ that I found for free, and now it's just going to give me another one for free. And this is stage 1 of the mission, but you can see where I've got to rescue it from, and just behind me is where you've got to tow it to. You've only got to tow it like 20 foot, but that's only stage 1 of the mission. You've also got to repair and refuel it. So if you can plan ahead and bring a maintenance trailer this far, otherwise you want to do, you'll see in a minute what I did. All I did, I reversed there just to shorten the winch quicker, but I went a bit too far and stuck my rear wheels over the edge. Not that it mattered. I think it was about to go up anyway, but I stuck the winch on and, yeah, give it another go. Like I say, you've only got to drag it like literally out of there. That's why, if you've got the Taiga fully upgraded, it can handle this map nicely. ANK would be alright, but it'd probably roll at some point. So I was looking around the map and I found a service trailer, so it's almost practically set up there for you. So as you can see, I'm basically going to wiggle my way back round to where before I turned off for the TUZ. So I'm going to cut most of this out heading back, but now I'm basically back to where I was. That mining thing is just to my left. So a little bit down the road, like I say, because the map's not as big, even though that dot looked fairly far from the road, it's actually only like 50 odd foot in reality. So anyway, fixed it up, but as you can see, it's not mine yet because I've still got to refuel it. I did check to see if I had enough fuel in the Taiga, because if I had enough to fill it all the way up, I'd just put all my fuel out of the Taiga into it, win it, and then put all the fuel back in my Taiga and carry on. But I didn't have enough anyway, so for now I'm just going to leave it there. I will refuel it in a little bit. And yeah, we'll get setting off again, explore a bit more of the old map. Like I say, it just feels like a nice map. I was looking over there, that's where I got the TUZ. This tree, I'll cut most of it out, look at it. Things like fucking Shrubs Vesta Stallone or something, so it's on the list, don't you worry. I'll bring a twin steer back or something and I will kill it, but I'm busy at the minute. Otherwise this whole video would have devolved into me bringing every fat truck I own trying to kill that bloody thing. But yeah, there's just, like I say, it's just got a nice feel to the map really. They've definitely turned the brightness up. And I don't mind that, to be honest. Like I say, MudRunner was a great game, but it felt very bland and it had a bit of a boring colour palette, whereas this game just feels nice. I don't know, my brain prefers seeing lots of nice bright colours, more information coming in instead of just bland greys and all sorts. I was just working out whether to go left or right. You could go either way. I chose this way in the end because it had a bit of water to go through, whereas the other way didn't. I fancied a quick swim. See, like, there's an old bridge there, it looks like, that's collapsed. It's definitely got like the old abandoned kind of feel to it, but it feels better than Zimnegorsk to me. And I don't dislike Zimnegorsk at all, but I would rather play around on this map than Zimnegorsk for some reason. That's just the initial feelings I got. I tried to be a bit cheeky and cut across. I was like, oh damn, there's a cliff, and then I let off the accelerator, so I had to stop. So anyway, at this point, I actually thought I was heading towards the next watchtower, but it's not. It's that Pathfinder mission you can see in the top right. You just got to get to, like, it just says the Northern Road. There's nothing there when you get there, but it just forces you to kind of get to the middle of the map, I suppose. And yeah, it's only just up here. So, a bit of money, not amazing. That is a contract though, not a mission. They've added, I think there's 3 new contracts in total, and this is one of them. Yeah, so there's, like I say, probably further than the middle of the map actually. So I've got that watchtower, the one to my right and the one to my left. Originally I cut it out. I was going to go to the right one, but then I want to get the left one done, and I was like, sod it, I'll just risk it with the fuel I've got. See, this tree, I already knew this would happen. It thought it was blocking me, and I used it to help my turning circle. That's right, tree. Thought you were blocking me, and I was just using you all along. So that's a nice thing with the Taiga. When you're just bored of following roads, it's like, right, swerve and aim at whatever it is you need to get. Oh no, sorry, I came and got this watchtower first because it was really close. I was going to go to the town that you'll see in a second. Really nice picture. I think I'll use that as a thumbnail. Well, I've already selected it. Yeah, this is it, sorry. I went just to the right and got the watchtower that I was pretty damn close to, and now I was looking around this town, and as I had a little look, I was like, aha, a fuel trailer. That's what I sort of could do with. But then I knew if I came and got fuel, I'd have to go all the way back to that watchtower. So I drew a sort of line halfway, and then yeah, I was like, fuck it, I'll just go up the mountain. Where we're going, we don't need roads. So yeah, I'm just going to risk it with the fuel, go and grab that watchtower. Otherwise, I'm going to go to the town and either have to double right back on myself, or when I carry on heading down for that watchtower, I'm going to have to go right the way across the map. So just trying to be a bit more efficient about things. See, little bits like that I hit, that's just where it's like, I'll live with it with a high range gearbox. I'll just suck it up and go slower for a second. That's what she said. So I don't want to roll off there. Like, this truck is extremely hard to tip, but any truck is tippable if you're going to ramp one side of it over some rocks and not the other. Then, yeah, and again, like that, I just attach winches to, I don't even wait sometimes, I just attach a winch and start pulling myself through wherever I need to go. So it's about here where I was just like, nah, I'll forget roads, I'll just fly up the side of the hill. And it actually started slowing down a bit, the Taiga, which I was a bit surprised. Like, right, I'll stick you in high, see how you like that. And of course, it loved it. Didn't even get any suspension damage. I mean, because of maintenance. So when you get here, there's a step toe there as well, and there's a watchtower. I was just waiting a bit just to see what it like popped up with new objective and all sorts, but there's not a whole lot of this one. So bloody hell, where did I get that watchtower? Like Age of Empires or something? And still be in the Stone Age. I need to gather food. Anyway, I'm just going to drive over to that box. It's basically the mission for that step-toe. But as you'll see when I get there, it'll tell you the rewards and whatnot, but there's no like step-toe written as the reward, so yeah, you're going to have to rescue it, but you're not going to win it afterwards. So basically, I'm not going to take it, like, I'm not going to go and complete this mission properly, but I'm just going to tow it back like nearer to the road. Sort of, yeah, just nearer the middle of the map, so I don't have to come all the way like back out to this corner really. And look, the wheels were spinning, but then now look at this, the wheels are locked up on the step toe. This is what I was saying the other day about when you sometimes tow things in reverse. Funnily enough, it was on the TUZ video where I rescued the first step toe that you actually win. As you can see there on the map, there was nothing like really. There was the Old Faithful mission, and that's about it. So now I'm going to head to the that little village and get some fuel. I'm dragging the step-toe for a bit, but again, when I get down here, I'm just going to give up with it because, like I say, the rear tyres have locked up. Stuck it in high. See, I like that, bitch. That's what I think to your locked-up tyres. But I soon get bored of fucking around with it, so I'll just drop it off here, and like I say, it's now nearer. What you want to do is not release the winch when you're aiming your tyres into a tree though. That's right, tree, ain't got time for your lip. I'm on a mission. I don't really get much pleasure from hitting them little trees. Probably a little bit, but yeah, I don't know, it's like if you're driving and you hit a granny or something, it's not as many points as like a jogger because they're just easier. I apologise to any grannies for that one as well, but it was either that or people in wheelchairs, and I don't really want to get banned just yet. Give it time though, I'll find a way. But anyway, right now I'm basically heading yeah, towards that town so I can go and fuel myself up. I had to risk it for a biscuit, and I made it. Just was definitely low on the fuel. But I'm glad I did, because now, like I said, I've got that whole side of the map already explored, and I can just go down this right hand side and see what's available. There's a few upgrades on this map, and just to let you know, good news, there is the Voron AE suspension upgrade, but even though when you get watchtowers it says like upgrade location discovered, they're not showing up on the map, so I don't know if they're like hidden upgrades or if that's a bug, but they're honestly not too hard to find. As you'll see, so I've gone into the town, I found this fuel thing, so I'm going to juice myself up. And I can see in the background there a little yellow box, and then I seen the car. I thought, upgrade. This way I was thinking, fingers crossed, please be the Voron AA. I'll burst the bubble now, it's not. And also, I realise I came the most awkward way I possibly could. But I just had to know I could. You gotta know these things. Not letting that car think it can beat me. Yeah, I don't even know what they're for, but if I'm honest, I don't really care. And the Voron AE is the one I wanted. I'm just going to turn it back to daytime. I like the nighttime, but as I'm sort of doing a map exploration as well, I'd like to see what's going on. But that's the watchtower, that's that corner, so as you can see I've only got this bottom left to do. Yeah, there's a little look at the town. I'm just going to cut it out, I'm just going to draw some lines down to that watchtower. And then look, this is what I mean, I can't help it. I was fine there, I would have just drove off, and then it hooked me now. It's like, why? Why do you have to do this to me? You know, you can tell when it's dead when I look round for a run up. That's when it's officially crossed the line. I had to head the other way because I thought the run up was better. And yeah, see? Now I just feel better because I've killed it. I don't know why, I do. Grab a bit more fuel, not letting it sabotage me later on. Don't want to get hoisted by my own petard. See, some of the like abandoned towns on Zimnegorsk felt a bit dreary in a way, but these feel nicer, like a bit brighter, and even though they're just as abandoned. See, a big fat tree like that, I can live with if that blocks me. That deserves to block me. Some little tree. So I ain't taking that. Not when I know I can kill it. Even if I have to bring the twin steer, I will do it. Well, Shrubs Vestus Stallone, like I say. He's on the list, but I ain't going all the way back just yet. I was too busy enjoying exploring this map. See? I'm not happy about it, but I know that one will, yeah, it's staying where it is. You're lucky. See, when you come down here as well, I just like little things like this. Like, there's obviously was an old bridge there, but it's all just collapsed and gone. I was about to go in the water, and I seen that tractor, and I thought, hang on, is this a trap? Is this like that fisherman pickup on Smithfield Dam, where it's like, oh, it's just a little stream, and the next thing you fucking plunge 20 foot into water and drown. And I was going to go around, and I was like, ah, sod it. Send it and see. Ain't got time for none of this driving around stuff. And then, I don't necessarily know if this is a bug, but I'm definitely snagged on something beyond normal. A bit like how you get snagged on those trees that you can winch to, because I'm pulling on the winch now, and it's like, yeah, my front's caught on something. What it could be, though, is that bridge has obviously collapsed. There could be like a load of wooden beams underwater, and I've just caught one pretty bad, but as soon as I winch to something else, it's like, well, you'll see, I'll be out in pretty damn soon. But you can sort of tell once I pop off whatever I was snagged on, it just, like, now, pretty much, or now, it just goes back to normal. All I'd say is, like, you seen where I went in, just go round a little bit to the right. I've cut through there about 3 or 4 times tonight, and yeah, if you just go a bit to the right, it's a lot quicker. They've updated the steering a little bit, and I actually prefer it. I think it is better, but it's taken a little bit to get used to, because I'm now used to how it was. But in the long run, I think it'll be better when you're going faster, like along roads and that. Like that Royal yesterday, too slow now, the steering seems to flick back to the middle quicker, which will probably be better in the long run. But I appreciate for some people it's going to throw you off at first, because it has me, like, because I've just got the muscle memory on doing it this way. The Voron AE upgrade, by the way, is that body of water you can see to like the right. It's just along the shoreline there. I'll do a proper video, obviously. I might do a Voron AE review soon. Now I've actually got the raised suspension, but yeah, it's honestly not hard to find. Just drive along the shore of that like lake and you'll see it easily. Tomorrow, to be honest, I might actually do some gameplay maybe of this map. I'll see, but I've already done a couple of missions and that. So like I say, I'm heading now to the last watchtower. On my way I found this, like, I don't know if you pronounce it like Zix or whatever, but as you can see in the rewards though, you don't win it once you complete whatever, so, but out of everything on the map they give you the TUZ, which is the second one we've had, so that really is just a big lump of dough. Hey, look, I was avoiding these trees, and I was like, what the hell was that? How the hell did I honestly did not see that at all. I thought I'd hit a tree stump, and then when I seen that, it's like, Jesus, like a lorry carcass that's bigger than my Taiga. So, fair enough, I concede. I'll go around this way. So the ANK would be a bit iffy here, but I knew this wouldn't tip, and it'd just scoot its way along there. I can't see anything now, just floored it, and fingers crossed. I'm either going to hit something, or I'm not. So this is the last watchtower. Oh, fucking hell, it's like a treehouse this time. It's getting even worse. I thought Age of Empires was bad. Yeah, very nice view again. I don't know, I really like this map, to be honest. Yeah, you see that big lake, just drive along the shore, and you will find the Voron thing. So I was just having a quick look at the missions here. You can see one of them, that last one, is called like a restocking point. I can't see it because it shrinks the screen when I'm recording this, but it's not anything special. It's just you can pick cement up from there, so it's like a factory, or it's just a different name for what it is. But you can get cement from there, and that's it. Just grab this mission quickly as well, and then I revert. You can see a trailer just up above me. I went to go and get that, and then I checked my levels. It's still at level 30, but you can see now it says maximum rank, so I assume they've updated the little bug where I didn't necessarily get a bug, but I had to get more XP than it said to get to level 30. I reckon like it says like 4,100 you need when you're on level 29, but I reckon it's like 7,100 or something. But they might have fixed that now because it's wrote maximum rank anyway, so they've at least paid attention to the levels. Yeah, this is one last task there. As I say, this is that place that is just cement you can get. I thought it might be like, what was it called, a restocking point or something. I thought you might be able to get fuel or I don't know, all sorts. So anyway, here's an overview of the map. There's Quarry, there's like the entrance where I originally turned up. Got to that fuel station, which has now got like a yellow tag above it, which, well, yeah, shows up easier, so it's not a bad thing. I just turned the map sideways just for any roads that you couldn't see that way. And then I've just stopped this and added the footage of the Voron AE suspension, because sod it, I made it like you guys might want to know. So yeah, there's raised suspension Voron AE, and I'll zoom out on the map in just a second and you'll see where it is. Hear a croaking predator in the background. It's following me. Yeah, it's along the shoreline of that lake, and yeah, it's just there. So I was on my way. Basically, you see where I got to the last watchtower, there was a mission to deliver this fuel trailer to like the middle of the map. So while I was heading back that way, I thought I'll take it with me. I found another upgrade on the way, but it's just, is that the Steptoe and the Zix or whatever? It's some sort of engine. I honestly don't know yet if that's the best one or whatever, but yeah, I found it, and so I grabbed it. Again, it didn't show up on the map. I don't know if that's a bug or if they're just hidden upgrades. Like there was some like that on all the first maps, but that's where it is. Luckily, I was being sort of lazy, and instead of following the road round, I just cut through the middle of the rocks, and yeah, I found it. So anyway, I got to here, and I fancied my chances cutting across here again instead of going round. Got to about here, I was like, oh no, what have I done? And then that blocked me, and to be honest, in a minute you'll see I reversed too much. I overcooked it. Oh no, she's gone. I'll tell you one thing, I don't know if it's a bug or intentional, but either way I don't like it. Once I've stalled and tipped, I can't turn my wheels now. And even though I would say 99.9% of the time it is of no benefit, I still like to feel like I'm doing something to try, whereas now I just can't move my wheels, and I don't like that. I was going to try and turn up in this yard. Look, now, right, I go forward a bit and it skids. I'm already hitting reverse now. I have no idea why. I just never even attempted reverse. I don't know if it's really slow. I tried it. It's a bit slow getting into reverse, but it feels like it just never did anything then. And then it rolled, and someone told me it's hard to winch that thing over. It just slides along, and they're right. So I had to bring a proper scout. This thing is definitely, but you definitely got to get one of these. I would say it's basically the best scout in the game, except maybe the TU's E420, but that is like an APC chassis and all sorts. For actual vehicles, like four-wheeled vehicles, this is brilliant. So there's that where the road just ends, and again I was just bombing along, not even thinking, and I was like, oh crap, just flew off the ledge. But use the winch, there's a little safety rope, and I'm off. I'm on my way. Basically, I've rolled the Taiga, so I'm going to refuel this TUZ, and then I'm going to go and flip the Taiga. That is the plan. So you can hear that good music playing, so that basically means I've just won it. So I'm going to just change vehicle quickly and show you the old beast. Like I say, it's, yeah, another TUZ. It's just, I wouldn't say it's as good as my one I've already got, because I've got like the better winch on it and stuff, but yeah. So now I'm going to go flying towards the Taiga. Like I say, this map is no joke. There's definitely like crazy bits. I went up here and it's my fault. I went to go left, then I went to go right, and I kept changing my mind, and then I just drove up the tree. I cut a lot of that out though, because to be honest, I was scanning the camera all over the place looking for upgrades, so it just doesn't really make for very clean footage. Yeah, I'm going to winch this thing up, but I ended up going up a bit further. Back again, like, well, shall I risk it or not? But please don't tip now, otherwise I'm going to have to go and bring that load star down here. Got a bit stuck there, but shove it in again, see what happens. I was like, ah, fuck it. Risk it, send it and see. Ain't got time for messing around. To be honest, I was being pretty lazy with where I was putting the TUZ to winch this thing over, but I was a bit disappointed with the weakness of the stock winch on it, and then this fuel tanker thing was doing me head in while I was trying to flip it, so alright. Reverse at it, shove it out the way. Fortunately it also flipped it, it's pretty convenient. I don't know what I winched to there, but it wasn't that. So anyway, got that flipped. Little honk of the horn. So I was going to go back to it, but I was just having a little look around the map at what I've got on that. And then I noticed like a little grey tree in the bottom corner, just as I was zooming out. I was like, oh, what was that? So I'm going to go and check that out. I like as well, you see how it did there, where it went the wrong way, and then it was like, oh shit, and it swerved back. I don't know why, I know it was random, but I just like that. It's about time computers made little errors, and they had to try and smooth it over. Don't like it when they're all perfect all the time, they blame me for everything. It's like them back in the 90s on PCs, or it might still be the same now to be honest, I don't know, I've not been on a PC since about Windows 98. Oh no, actually, I've been on Windows 2000, now I'm practically a technician. Yeah, it used to be doing something, and then it'd pop up saying, you've performed an illegal action, and it's like, no, you've performed an illegal action. I was just trying to download some tits. It's perfectly legal, thank you very much. Well, it best be anyway, otherwise I'm about to become the most sentenced to prison man in history. By the time I get out, I'll be fucking oil. Shit, I'll be like a non-renewable resource by the time I smell freedom again, if that was the case. There'll be kids in the future playing like SnowRunner 48 million, driving around with a seismic vibrator thing trying to find me, so they can dig me up and turn me into fuel and sell me. To be honest, actually, being turned into fuel would be a pretty good way to go. So there's that grey tree. It's just a tree that's in a house, so it's turned grey. Yeah, put in a car, turned into fuel and revved into the atmosphere, that'd be a pretty good way to go, actually. Well, as long as it's a good car. If anyone puts me in a fucking Nissan Micra, I swear to God, I will haunt you forever. But put in something like, I don't know, Ferrari GTO, it's a bit cliche. A Lamborghini Miura SV in green. Turn me into petrol, stick me in one of them and rev me into the atmosphere. That's a good way to go. So if I die suddenly, that's my last wishes. Anyway, yeah, like I said, I got distracted with a grey tree. But I needed to know these things. It could have been like a magical tree that grants you 3 wishes or gives you another TUZ Tatran. So I had to know. But this little scout, definitely a beast. So anyway, back to the Taiga. Of course I was going to have another go. Like I was ever just going to drive around. And I was like, oh no. It's not a good start, Taiga. Taiga. Stop embarrassing us. Gets about here. Oh no. Don't do it. Basically, I stupidly winched to that. Went too far, as usual, and I slipped off a bit here. And it was looking pretty bad. But of course, me and the Taiga, we don't just go down that easy. It was fighting me at first, but the old safety winch. And then I was messing around in the gears, I shouldn't have bothered. But look at it. Spider truck. Spider truck. For all those times you don't give a fuck. She just goes up, she's off. Oh tree, don't you start with me now. This is not the time. Happy days, we've made it. I beat that little rock ledge. It's another one on the list. So basically, I'm trying to head up there to that tower. You can see like the yellow square on the map, but I've actually got the wrong mission selected. So even though I was driving near this thing, I was aiming for another one. I don't care, fuel tank, you do what you like. So for no apparent reason whatsoever, because I'm stubborn, I could have just gone round 10 feet, but I was like, nope. I was emboldened by the spider truck shenanigans. So I had to try it. Alright, I'll disconnect you. I will get up here with that trailer. Even though, look, just to the right or left, much easier. That's not good enough. To be honest, I wish I hadn't reversed into it there and knocked it back so far, because it did make things a little awkward in a second, but again, do I care? Half the fun of this game is just getting into stupid situations for me and pointless stuff. Like, if anyone says to me, are you bored on this? Like, nope. I've only tried about 6% of the things I've still got to do. I grew up on games in the 90s. I managed to milk games like Pong and Destruction Derby for years. This game, shit man, I'll be like an old man by the time I'm bored of this. So I did use a bit of winching help, but we got there. The winch counts. It's in the game. That's not an EA promotion. They can go fuck themselves. I just cut that bit out. Nothing happened. It was just I kept inching back like 1 inch at a time and not being quite near enough. But not today, fuel truck. You're getting your ass up here, and we're getting the mission done. Which is pretty much it for today. That's the yeah. That's like saying that now turns this into a fuel station, so it's worth doing. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon. Look at it, sometimes you just gotta send it and see. I knew that was there. See, we ain't got time for roads. Oh, tree, you're on the list, and you. And you, just for even growing near them, you're on the list.